the season with the gift of New Mexico. The New Mexico Department of Cultural Affairs invites you to explore your state with the Winter Guide to Museums and Historic Sites, offering a broad spectrum of New Mexican history and culture. Joining us now to talk about the guide and one of the featured sites is Marianne Hatchett, Department of Cultural Affairs Communications Director, along with Ethan Ortega, Ranger for the Coronado Historic Site. Guys, thanks for being here. So, Marianne, tell us a little bit about this guide. What is the Winter Guide for folks that have never heard of it?
Well, this is the first time that it is available online to all New Mexicans. We went digital to this year, and it is a very colorful resource for you to check out and see what's happening in all of our museums and historic sites. We have 8 museums and 8 historic sites, and the Office of Archaeological Studies, New Mexico State Library. You can find all of the information you want to know, like about the events that are happening. And Ethan here has got a big event coming up this weekend that's a must.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well, I know it's been a big year for the Coronado Historic Site. You guys had a big anniversary this year.
We did, yes. This year is our 75th anniversary, and we're actually the oldest historic site here in New Mexico. So there's been lots of celebrations, lots of big events, and the next one that's coming up is this Sunday, December 6th, starting at 6 p.m. We're going to have a light tour. There's going to be farolitos. There's going to be a big bonfire, Illuminaria. And
okay, now you're giggling here. You know that this discussion was happening earlier in KRQE this morning.
We just got sucked into it over on the other side over here.
Yeah. Is it luminarias? So Ethan, you use the distinction here. What is the difference?
So farolitos are little lights, little lanterns. Yes, I agree.
And the
but
luminarias?
We also have a big bonfire, which you could call luminarias.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so this is going to be all part of the event happening this Sunday at the Coronado Historic Site.
Yes, and there'll be a few other activities that'll be going on. We'll have some native dancers from Zia Pueblo, and they'll be dancing around the bonfire, and it really brings the village back to life. It takes you back 500 years.
Yeah, well, I know that you guys have added a lot of stuff this year to the Coronado Historic Site in celebration of the 75th anniversary. So if people have been out there before, maybe it was a couple years ago, they stopped by out in Bernalillo, they went down into the Kiva, you know, they enjoyed a lot of the things. There's a whole slew of new exhibitions and new attractions there, is that right?
Absolutely. We've been working very hard over the last year for this big 75th celebration. And so if you come out to the site today, you'll see brand new museum exhibits. There'll be some artifacts that you have never seen on display to the public before. We actually have a sandal that's in one of our exhibits that's over 1,400 years old.
Really?
Yeah. We have new lighting in most of our exhibits, and so most people know about the ancient Kiva murals that were excavated from our site, which are about 600-year-old paintings. Now they have LED lighting, and you can see them better than ever.
That's great.
Getting back to the lighting, you know, here in Albuquerque, the National Hispanic Cultural Center this weekend will be having the Farolitos play, which is what prompted this discussion this morning between Crystal and David Romero. And
And
that's this weekend at the National Hispanic Cultural Center.
This is part of the Siembra Latino Play Festival,
yes,
is that right?
It is.
Okay.
And then in a week, next week, or actually the 18th through the 20th of December, they'll also be having the New Mexico version of the Nutcracker.
Oh, really?
So that's something that's
at NHCC.
That's at NHCC as well.
Yeah.
So get your tickets. You can get your tickets online.
Well, get your tickets. Also, you can pick up a physical copy, but you guys are really recommending go online. I mean, everybody has got a smartphone, a device, a computer. So going online, we get the digital version of the Winter Guide. Is that right?
Get the digital version of the Winter Guide. It's available to everybody in the state of New Mexico online right now, and we hope you use it to go and visit one of your New Mexico historic sites or one of our museums. We have a lot of activities that are so enriching for especially young people, for children. This is such a vast, culturally, artistically rich area, archaeologically, paleontologically. New Mexico is a rich resource, and part of the reason the Department of Cultural Affairs here is the largest institution of its kind in the country is because we've got so much material.
There's so much, exactly, guys. So for a full list of what's going on for your Winter Guide, again, get out this week in the Coronado Historic Site just outside of Bernalillo. Head over to casa.com. We'll have all the links there. Still to come.